Hey everybody, coming to you again today with another Bible review. This time we're going to be looking at one that is published by Crossway. This is the English Standard Version, and it is the Story of Redemption Bible. Now, these are brand new. They just come out with these hot off the press. Just published, I believe, this month. And from what I've looked at so far, they seem like a really nice, interesting Bible. I'm going to talk to you for just a few minutes about it here and show you some things about it. But first off, I want us to see that, of course, this one is a hardback copy that they sent me, and it comes with a dust cover. And as you can see here from the shine coming across the screen there, it is gold printed on it. It's a very beautiful, nice Bible. As you can see up here, it has the let me get it where you can see the shine there. You can see the fruit in the Garden of Eden. It's got a bite taken out of it. The rising sun, the cross, the crown, and it is designed all the way around. The back's much the same. It's going to be hard to show without the glare on it, but you can see here it has ESV, Story of Redemption Bible, and Crossway. And then at the back it gives a description on this. And I'll go ahead and tell you as well that these do run on here. It says $39.99, but you can probably find them for cheaper than that. So first of all, I want to take this dust cover off, and I want to tell you a little bit about this Bible. Let me set this over here to the side. And of course, it's just a plain black hardcover, but the back of it is much designed like the back of the dust cover. You can see ESV, Story of Redemption Bible, and Crossway here. Now, it is Smith sewn, and it does come with one ribbon, as you can see here. You can get a little better versions of this. Of course, they come in various different kinds of true tone and leather and different things. To check those out, you'll have to go to crossway.com or Christian bookstore or something like that. So here's your presentation page. You can see it's got gray on the outside bars with the gold. Very pretty, very beautiful presentation page here at the front. The glare may be a problem as we go through this Bible. I'm not sure. From what I'm seeing on here, it looks like it's glaring up pretty bad. So just bear with me on this. Then you have your title page here. It's the Story of Redemption Bible, and it's got different seals. Now these different seals are throughout this Bible in particular, and it's different seals for each book of the Bible. And we'll get into that here in a minute. Of course, you have your contents page, your publisher page. This one is printed in China. The paper on it is a matte paper. It's like a cream colored paper, and we'll talk about that. And then this is the 2016 text edition of the English Standard Version. So here in the contents you have the Old and the New Testament, and they are in order as are in most of your Bibles. Then here it has your chronological overview, and I'll explain this a little bit. This Bible is designed to be read from front to back. Go through Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, the law there, 1st, 2nd Samuel, and read not in chronological order, but what it does is, as you're reading through it, it has notes throughout it that tell you different places to look that are chronological, different things that were happening. For instance, when you're reading through the book of Acts, it will point you to the various epistles that Paul wrote. And it'll point you in those directions where you'll see where Paul was at in the book of Acts when he was writing these epistles. So this gives you kind of an idea. The first several books of the Bible, you're not going to see anything different until you get to about 1 Kings. And then you can see here, it points you to Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Job, Song of Solomon. And then in 2 Kings, it points you to Amos, Hosea, and Micah. And all throughout here, as you can see, as you go through, it points you to various different places. As I was saying here, Acts 1 through 13, and then it points you to Hebrews, and then Acts 13 through 14, Galatians, and then James, and so forth. So you kind of get an idea of that. Here's your introduction to the story of the Redemption Bible. It tells you some of these facts that I'm telling you about this Bible. Also, here's your preface to the English Standard Version as well. So, here's the Old Testament. As you see, these seals that you go through, there'll be a different seal for each one. Here is Genesis, and it has the ark of the boat, the ark, Noah's Ark there. Then it gives you a little introduction to Genesis. Now, this is single column format. It does have subtopical headings here, and it is, you see it is in paragraph format. It's meant to be read. Now, here in your first places here, you'll see that here's your main text of Genesis. And then down here you have these notes, and it tells you some background of what's going on here. And in the text here, this text is a 9.5 font, and these down here, these notes, as you'll see, is an 8.5. It does have some other smaller things down here at the bottom that deals with the literal meaning of different things. But as you go through it, you'll see that there's all kinds of notes throughout it. Now, like I said, once you get over so far, you'll find in these notes different places where it will reference, and it will point you to go to other places in the Bible. Like I was saying with Acts, it tells you to go to these different places. And so here we are in Psalms. You can see here's a little note in here, and it gives you a better look at this single column, the big chapter numbers and everything. And this paper, like I said, is a cream, but it is a thin paper. You can see here that in the background of Psalms, you see some ghosting a little bit. I think you can maybe make that out in the video. It's hard to shoot these videos and look at the video as you're doing it, but clearly there is some ghosting. It is rather thin paper. I'm not sure what kind it is, but there is around 900 of these notes throughout it. There's all kinds of maps and illustrations and timelines of different things throughout. Maybe I can find this one. But as you go through it, of course, I generally just try to flip through it now as we talk about it and see what's through there. But this gives you an idea of what you're looking at. So we're just going through it, kind of looking here, seeing if I see anything else that points out to anything. There's the book of Daniel, Amos, and I wanted to show you too that, see, each one of these have a different little seal up here at the top, and each one of them has somewhat of a little introduction. Get over here to the New Testament, and this is a black font. Text. It's not red letter. And there was some more things I wanted to point out over here, if I can get to the very back. Here's one of your charts. This is Paul's second missionary journey. You'll find these as you go through. This is a big book. I mean, this is 1,700 pages right here where we're at. So you can imagine there's going to be various other things here that you're going to find out. Now, these notes are from a pastor whose name is Greg Gilbert. He has a Master of Divinity at the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary, and he's the one that has put this together and put these notes in there. I just wanted to mention that too. Here's Paul's third missionary journey. And so a great reader Bible, if you're looking for a reader Bible that you know points you and gives you the full scope of the story, this is a very interesting Bible. This is one that actually interests me. So that being said, it's well worth your time. Here's another seal. This is the sword. Ephesians, I'm sure that's dealing with the full armor of God. And then I want to flip over here to the back. When you get to the back at Revelations, you'll see here's the index of title illustrations, and this is those seals that I was telling you about. And it gives you a little explanation of what those are and what you were looking at. So here's your daily reading plan. Like I said, you start in January. and this is just a suggestion, but this gets you through to the end of the year, and you'll read this Bible through in a year. And you can see here at the end is Revelation, and it points you and it steps you. It's kind of a chronological thing. Now, this was something that I found interesting, was if I can get it all in here. Here was a nice fold out timeline. This is the story of redemption timeline, and it starts here 2000 BC area, the patriarchs, the fall here, and goes all the way through to the new heavens and the new earth. So just something to look at there. And then there's a few blank pages here in the back. And that is it. This is the Story of Redemption Study Bible. Or Story of Redemption Bible, I'm sorry. But I think these are well worth your time. Like I said, for a reader, as a reader goes, I like that it is a single column format, a paragraph format. Real good. The notes in it seem to be well thought out. The graphics and the different things that were brought out, they were done by a man named Peter Voth. He's the one that did those. And you'll find all that information. If you do get one of these hardbacks, you'll find here in the inside. Here's a little description of that. Greg Gilbert, he's the one that put this out, and then Peter Voth is the picture designers, but full of it. Here's some other new little things. Premium cream colored paper, foldable timeline in the back. It tells you those things I was telling you about. And of course, here's the back. But great little book. Great study tool, especially if you like to read the Bible through in a year. Definitely worth your time. Hopefully you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll catch my future reviews. I got a lot of good stuff coming up here before too long. And I thank you for watching. Have a great day.